Trust in times of war. Long ago, when villages thrived on trade and barter, and wars frequently erupted between tribes, there lived in a small mountain town a young man named Hassan. Hassan was known among his people for his honesty and trustworthiness. Despite his humble means and poverty, he was deeply respected. He believed that a person's true honor shines brightest in their ability to uphold trust, especially in times of hardship. One stormy winter evening, a wealthy merchant from a neighboring town came to Hassan, carrying a large sack filled with gold and jewels. His eyes were filled with fear and desperation. He said to Hassan, "I have heard of your honesty and integrity. I must leave town because of the war, and I have no safe place to keep my wealth. I beg you, keep it in your care until I return." Hassan smiled and replied, "A trust placed in my hands is a debt on my soul that I will not forsake until I return it to its owner." The merchant handed him the heavy sack and hurried away into the darkness. Days grew heavy and the war erupted. The people were forced to flee their village. Hassan carried the sack with him, tying it tightly among his few belongings, determined to protect it no matter what happened. While traveling through forests and perilous roads, he fell into an ambush by bandits. They stripped him of everything he had, his food, his warm clothes, his simple tools, but they did not find the hidden sack, for Hassan had concealed it carefully within his battered luggage. Standing under the cold rain, shivering and starving, Hassan clutched the trust close to his heart, whispering to himself, "Even if I lose everything, I will not lose my trust." He continued his journey, passing through devastated villages and barren lands, until he reached a large, bustling town where peace still prevailed. Starting over, Hassan worked humbly at the docks, earning a few coins to survive, but not for a single moment did he forget the sacred trust he was carrying. One day, more than a year later, he heard a voice shouting in the marketplace, "Oh people, has anyone seen a merchant who lost his trust long ago? He searches for it still." Hassan ran toward the voice and amidst the crowd, saw the very merchant, his face gaunt and his eyes filled with hopelessness. Quietly, Hassan approached and handed him the sack, saying, "Here is your trust, exactly as you left it with me, sir." The merchant froze in disbelief. He stepped forward slowly, opened the sack, and when he saw that the gold and jewels were untouched, he covered his face with his hands and wept uncontrollably. Through trembling lips, he said, "I never imagined that such honesty could survive in a world so filled with need and hardship. You have restored my faith in humanity." The merchant offered Hassan half of his fortune as a reward and wished to raise him to great stature among the elite. But Hassan gently smiled and said, "The peace I feel now is worth more than all the treasures of the world. It is enough for me that I leave this test with my honor intact." Thanks to his honesty and steadfastness, Hassan's reputation spread throughout the city, and with time, he became one of the most respected and beloved men among the people. Moral of the story: in times of hardship, the true nature of people is revealed. Honesty and loyalty are values that build everlasting honor, even when the world tries to tear it down.